Warren Simons here. I'm the club professional here at the beautiful Mount Lofty Golf Club. What I'd like to cover today is the various positions that your body and the club need to be in during the golf swing so that you try and hit the ball properly. With my teaching, I'm constantly asked by a lot of people, where should my body be here? Where should it be there? Where should the club be here? Where should the club be there? So I'd just like to cover this to try and clear up any confusion, or maybe this could help you with your game and answer a few questions. Now, first of all, with the address position, what I'd like you to do is to have your feet round about shoulders width apart. If you're a little bit more advanced as a player, you can have your feet a little bit wider. But if you're not, feet shoulders width apart. From there, I want you just to bend from the hips and then just relax your knees. Feel as though you've got a little bit of extra weight on the balls of your feet. Then let your arms hang down nice and relaxed, and with the club in your hand, just let the club fall gently to the ground. So here's my setup position. If I was set up like this, I'm standing too far away from the ball and I'm too crouched over the ball. If I set up with my hands really close to my body, I'm very cramped, very upright, again won't be able to hit the ball properly. Now once you've got that address position, what I would like you to do first is just feel as though you're going to turn your left shoulder and turn your hips on that backswing into that position I'm into now. Now you'll note that the shaft of the club is parallel to the ground. I'm already starting to transfer my weight onto my right side. Once I've got into that position, I just lift to get the club up to the end of the backswing. Shaft of the club needs to be around about parallel to the ground, maybe a fraction longer or a fraction shorter. That's okay as well, as long as it's all controlled. I've turned my left shoulder, I'm looking at the ball now over my left shoulder, and I've turned my hips. Now when you follow through down to the ball, you transfer your weight down to the ball, you bring the club back to that position I had it in before where the shaft of the club's parallel to the ground. I'm transferring my weight onto my left side, my hips are starting to turn. When I get back to impact, I'm pretty well back to the position that I started in. However, you'll see that some of my weight has already started to transfer onto my left side. I turn my right hand over as I'm hitting the ball and get into this position now. Most of my weight's now on my left side. I've turned my hips and I've turned my shoulders. And then when you go through to the follow through position, just keep your momentum going so that you follow through. So the shaft of the club is back over your left shoulder. My hands are near my left ear. Most of my weight is now on my left side. I've turned my hips, I've turned my shoulders, and I'm facing my intended target. That's the positions I would like you to try and get into. A lot of golfers, when they are playing golf, won't get into those positions. As they're hitting the ball, their common fault is they finish back here as they're hitting the ball, so they've got their weight on their back foot, or sometimes it's called hitting off your back foot. And they're not in this position here where I'm transferring my weight forward and turning my hips as well. No, it's very important that I keep a full follow through going. A lot of golfers, again, do not follow through properly. They finish the swing about here because they want to see where the ball's going. Make sure you complete your follow through, and that will help you try and hit the ball properly. Hopefully these tips can improve your game.